Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to another online lecture. This is lecture number 6, grade 10. The subject is Islamic study. Dear students, I am your subject teacher Shahid Ali. Inshallah, dear students, in this lecture we will discuss Ahadith Mubarakah and we will translate your reduced syllabus of the Ahadith. Translation from Hadith number 11 to Hadith number 20, and similarly Hadith number 11 to Hadith number 15, explanation, translation and explanation of the Hadith. So, dear students, in this lecture we will discuss the translation of 10 Hadiths from 11 to 20, and similarly from 11 to 15, explanation of the ahadith, inshallah, we will discuss. Dear students, before this lecture, we finish the translation of Surah Al-Ahzab. So, inshallah, today we will read the ahadith with translation and explanation. So, let's come to the explanation of the ahadith, that what is ahadith and what it literally means. Hadith. What is hadith? So, literally, hadith means a saying or narration. What is meaning of the hadith? Hadith mean literally hadith mean a saying or narration. In Islamic terminology, hadith means the tradition of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his sayings as well as his practices. So, in the term of Islam or in Islamic terminology, the hadith means what? The tradition, the way of the Prophet ﷺ. The tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ is called hadith. The saying of the Prophet ﷺ is called hadith. And similarly, the doings or the practices of the Prophet ﷺ is called hadith. After the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed away, his ahadith were narrated by his companions. After the Prophet ﷺ, the ahadith was narrated by the Sahaba Kiram radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. With the passage of time, these were collected in the books by the Muslim scholars. After some time, then the scholars collected these ahadith in Mubarakah of Rasulullah ﷺ in books. After the Holy Quran, ahadith are the most important source of Islamic law. So ahadith comes second to the Holy Quran. So the first category, the first place in Islamic history and Islamic terminology is the Holy Quran, and second of the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They are two main sources of the Hidayah for the mankind, the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet ﷺ, the Hadith Mubarakah. The importance of Ahadith Mubarakah is evident from the following verse of the Holy Quran. In the Quran, in many places, Allah Ta'ala said and told the importance of Ahadith Mubarakah. Here the translation is mentioned of the Quran Kareem ayah, from which we can understand the importance of the Ahadithi Mubarakah. So the Quranic ayah is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما آتاكم الرسول فخذوه وما نهاكم عنه فانتهوا. Translation: except that which the Messenger ﷺ gives you and abstain from that which he forbids you. In this ayah, Allah Ta'ala said that take or accept whatever the Prophet ﷺ gives you and stop yourself from doing from which Rasulullah ﷺ forbids you. Similarly, in the next ayah, Allah Ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَمَن يُطِعِ الرَّسُولَ فَقَدْ أَطَاعَ اللَّهَ. The translation is one who obeys the messenger of Allah. He obeys Allah. So here in this ayah, Allah Ta'ala says that the obeying of the Prophet ﷺ is the obeying of Allah Ta'ala. Similarly, in the next ayah, Allah Ta'ala says, أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول. Obey Allah and obey the messenger. Similarly, in the next ayah, لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة. Verily, you have in the messenger of Allah sallallahu a good example. So here from these ahadith, dear students, it is clear crystal that these Quranic ayah, it is clear crystal that after the Quranic Kareem, the ahadith Mubarakah are the main source of the guidance for the mankind. So, dear students, this was a little bit of the explanation about the hadith. The hadith is literally saying a narration, but in Islamic terminology, hadith means the way or tradition of the Prophet ﷺ. The sayings of the Prophet ﷺ are called hadith, and similarly, the practices, the doings of the Prophet ﷺ are also called hadith. So, after Prophet ﷺ, Sahaba Ikram narrated the hadith of the Holy Prophet, and then later the Islamic scholars collected these all hadiths in various books which are famous nowadays, and the believers are taking advantage from these book of al-hadith in Mubarakah. Similarly, in the Quran Kareem, Allah Ta'ala mentioned in many places the importance of ahadith mubarakah. Here we mentioned a few ayahs of the Quran Kareem in this reference. Now, dear students, here in your course is the ahadith. Given ahadith, we will translate them. Only the translation of the ahadith required from hadith number 11 to hadith number 20. Then later we will explain five hadiths from 11 to 15. So let's translate. This is hadith number 11 according to the book. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة عماد الدين ومن أقامها فقد أقام الدين ومن هدمها فقد هدم الدين. Translation: worship and prayer, prayer is a pillar of the religion. Dear student, this is written religion, but this is not religion. This is religion. One who established worship, prayer, became regular in offering prayers. He established the religion, and one who neglected it, he pulled down the religion. So, these are the translation. Once again, الصلاة عماد الدين ومن أقامها فقد أقام الدين ومن هدمها فقد هدم الدين. Translation: worship is the pillar of religion. One who established worship, became regular in offering prayers, he established the religion, and one who neglected it, he pulled down the religion. So here in this hadith, prayer is important for the religion as pillar is important for a building because without a pillar, building can't survive. Similarly, without prayer, no religion. Okay, now hadith number two, hadith number 12. إذا قلت لصاحبك يوم الجمعة أنصت والإمام يخطب فقد لغوت. Translation. When you say to the person beside you, be silent, be quiet, when the Imam was giving sermon, you made an absurd talk. Again, إذا قلت لصاحبك يوم الجمعة أنصت والإمام يخطب فقد لغوت. Translation. When you said to the person beside you, be silent, be quiet. When the Imam was giving sermon, you made an absurd talk. This is about the etiquette of the Jummah prayer. When the Imam is giving a sermon, a khutbah, and for the Friday prayer, and meanwhile someone is talking, and you tell him to keep quiet, you said absurd talk. Why? Because listening of their sermon is too much important, and by talking to others, you will convert the attention of others, and similarly the attention of your own self from the sermon to the absurd talk. So why it is said that you made an absurd talk? Because listening of the sermon is too much important. Hadith number 13. من تخطى رقاب الناس يوم الجمعة اتخذ جسرا إلى جهنم. Translation. On Friday, one who went ahead by jumping over the necks of the people, he made his bridge way to hell. Once again, من تخطى رقاب الناس يوم الجمعة اتخذ جسرا إلى جهنم. On Friday, one who went ahead by jumping over the necks of the people, he made his bridge way to the hell. Dear students, in this hadith, it is also described, it is also mentioned that the etiquettes of the Friday prayer or Friday are too much important and necessary, and that one should not rush to the mosque on the Friday prayer or Friday for the prayer, and one should not jump over the other necks or shoulder to reach to the front or to the nearest place of the Imam, because this is against the etiquette of the Friday prayer, and Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala does not like this. Whenever you join the prayer, you should come in a proper way, silently, and wherever you find the place, one should offer the prayer there and should not jump over the other shoulders and necks. And so that is the reason here in this hadith, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala told us. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, من تخطى رقاب الناس يوم الجمعة اتخذ جسرا إلى جهنم. Translation. On Friday, one who went ahead by jumping over the necks of the people, he made his bridge way to hellfire. The students, hadith number 14 is إذا أقيمت الصلاة فلا تأتوها تسعون وآتوها تمشون وعليكم السكينة فما أدركتم فصلوا وما فاتكم فأتموا. Translation: When prayers are ready for being offered, do not run to join it, but walk in accomplishment in a dignified manner to join it. Offer the prayer and the part of the prayer which you offer the part of the prayer along with the others that which is in your excess and accomplish that which you have missed. Once again, this hadith: إذا أقيمت الصلاة فلا تأتوها تسعون وآتوها تمشون وعليكم السكينة فما أدركتم فصلوا وما فاتكم فأتموا. When translation: When prayers are ready for being offered, do not run to join it, but walk in a complacent and dignified manner to join it. Offer the part of the prayer along with others, that which is in your excess. Accomplish that which you have missed. This is the translation of Hadith number 14. Now, Hadith number 15 is من صام رمضان وقامه إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Translation: One who observed fasting during the month of Ramadan and offered prayers in the night hours to bear witness that he is true to his faith, and for reward he will be forgiven for his former sins. Again, من صام رمضان وقامه إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Translation: One who observed fasting during the month of Ramadan and offered prayers in the night hours to bear witness that he is true to his faith, and for reward he will be forgiven for his former sins. Hadith number 16 and translation: للصائم فرحتان فرحة عند إفطاره وفرحة عند لقاء ربه. Translation: For the fast observer, there are two events of happiness. One event of the happiness for him is the moment when he breaks his fast at evening time. And the second one is when he will meet his Lord on the day of judgment. Once again, dear students, the translation of this hadith: للصائم فرحتان للصائم فرحتان للصائم فرحتان فرحة عند أفطاره وفرحة عند لقاء ربه. Translation: For the fast observers, there are two events of happiness. One event of happiness for him is the moment when he breaks his fast after the Maghrib, and the second one is when he will meet his Lord on the day of judgment. Next hadith translation, hadith number 17. من حج البيت فقضى مناسكه وسلم المسلمون من لسانه ويده غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Translation: One who performed pilgrimage to the Kaaba and observed all rites of Hajj, and the Muslims remained safe from his tongue and hands, he will be forgiven for the earlier sins. Again, من حج البيت فقضى مناسكه وسلم المسلمون من لسانه ويده غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Translation: One who performed pilgrimage to Kaaba and observed all rites of Hajj, and the Muslims remained safe from his tongue and hands, he will be forgiven for his earlier sin. Translation of Hadith number 18. من اغبرت قدماه في سبيل الله حرمه الله على النار. Translation: One whose feet were covered with dust in the way of Allah wa ta'ala, Allah made him safe from fire. Again, من اغبرت قدماه في سبيل الله حرمه الله على النار. Translation: One whose feet were covered with dust in the way of Allah, Allah made him safe from fire. Translation of Hadith number 19. كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Translation: Every one of you is the caretaker, and every one of you is answerable about his subjects. Again, كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Translation: Every one of you is the caretaker, and every one of you is answerable about his subjects. Last hadith, hadith number 20, and its translation: خير الناس من ينفع الناس. Translation: The best among the people is the one who is beneficial to others. Again, خير الناس من ينفع الناس. The best among the people is the one who is beneficial to others. So, dear students, this was the translation of Hadith number 11 to Hadith number 20. Now we will discuss in detail Hadith number 11 to Hadith number 15. This is Hadith number 11, and we will discuss this Hadith inshallah today in detail. The Hadith Mubarakah is As-salatu imaduddin wa man aqamaha faqad aqama ad-din wa man hadamaha faqad hadama ad-din. Dear students, this Hadith is about the importance of prayer, that how much the prayer has importance in the religion. So, the translation of this hadith is: Worship is a pillar of religion. One who established worship became regular in offering praise. He established the religion, and one who neglected the prayer, he pulled down the religion. Explanation or explication. In this saying, the Holy Prophet, in this hadith, the Holy Prophet ﷺ has compared the religion to a building, the pillar of which is worship, prayer. One who continues to offer prayers regularly, he in a way protects the structure of religion, and one who discontinues this practice, offering the prayer, he, in other words, raises the whole structure of the religion to the ground. A building cannot stand without its pillar. Similarly, the structure of Islam cannot stand without prayers. If prayers are left aside, it is nothing but to weaken the religion. Prayers occupy important position in Islam. On another occasion, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Those who do not utter their prayers knowingly do not deserve to be called Muslim. Salat prayers form the first step toward further progress of man. It keeps men away from evil. It is also the means of leveling all differences of ranks, colors, and nationality. Every Muslim is under an obligation to say prayers 5 times a day. When the Muazzin calls the Muslims for prayers and success, every Muslim gives positive response to his call. Thus, in a way, he bears witness that he is true to his faith. The saying prayers is the only means of communication between Allah and the believer. Hence, prayer is the pillar, an important pillar of religion. Dear students, in this hadith, the importance of prayer is given, and the importance of prayer is described. That prayer is important for the religion, as a pillar is important for a building. When a builder can't survive without pillars, similarly, without prayer, no religion is possible. So it is the foremost thing for the religion to offer prayer regularly. Dear students, this was a little bit of the explanation of the hadith number 11. Now hadith number 12 with its explanation, and this is about the importance of the Jummah prayer, congregational prayer. The hadith is إذا قلت لصاحبك يوم الجمعة أنصت والإمام يخطب فقد لغوت. The translation of this hadith is when you say to the person beside you, be quiet, be silent. When the Imam was giving sermon, you made an absurd talk. Now, dear students, here the etiquette of the Friday prayers is being delivered or discussed. That if someone is talking in the mosque and you tell him to keep quiet, so you talk absurd, you talk not well. Why? Because at that time the listening of the sermon of the Imam is too much important. And when you will talk in this way to other to keep quiet, so it will divert the attention of other as well as your own from the sermon of the Imam. The explanation of this hadith is the foremost etiquette of the learning is to listen to the word of knowledge silently and attentively. In order to gain benefit from the religious precepts, it is significant that we pay attention to what is being said. We cannot understand a speech unless we listen to it attentively. We can follow a precept only if we understand it. So it has been enjoined on us that we remain silent and attentive when the Friday address, which is the source of the guidance of Islamic teachings, is being delivered. Dear students, the above quoted hadith also suggests that if someone is talking when the Friday address is being made, it is not desirable to forbid him to speak because it will further divert the attention of the listener. So, dear students, in this hadith, it is mentioned, it is described in detail the importance of the etiquette and the importance of the listening of the sermon of the Imam on Friday prayer. That one should listen silently and attentively to learn about the religion and the Islamic knowledge. And it is too much important to be attentive on the day on Friday before prayer, and should listen the sermon or the address of the Imam silently. Dear student, this was the explanation of Hadith number 12. Now Hadith number 13 is the explanation. من تخطى رقاب الناس يوم الجمعة اتخذ جسرا إلى جهنم. Dear student, this hadith is also about the Friday prayer. And about the etiquette of that day, the translation of this hadith is on Friday, one who went ahead by jumping over the necks of the people, he made his bridge way to hell. Explanation. In this hadith, the Muslims' attention has been drawn to the Friday prayer etiquette, social manners, human respect, courtesy, and discipline. In this saying, the Holy Prophet ﷺ has comprehensively taught the above mentioned good features of the Muslim society under the topic of Friday prayers etiquette. The Holy Prophet ﷺ forbade the Muslims to jump over the necks of others in order to reach some preceding ranks of the worshippers. It is evident that such an act is against the social etiquette, against the respect of the people who have come early to say the Friday prayers, and against the courtesy and good mannerism. One should therefore sit wherever one finds place. Dear students, in this hadith, we are told that one should not jump over the necks or the shoulder of others to reach the nearest place of the Imam or to get high ranks or high reward. Why? Because this is against the respect and manners, against the respect of others and against the manners. If someone is sitting in the first row or near the Imam, the second row or the third row, then the latecomer should not rush into the first line or not jump over the necks or the shoulders of others because it is against the respect and against the manners and against the human rights and human respects. And wherever the comer, or especially the latecomer, find the place, he should sit there and should utter there the prayer. If there is place to go onward, he should go. But if there is no place, so he should not jump over the shoulders of other and should not go onward on the necks of other because it is said in the hadith that this he made a way to the hellfire. Just run a bridge to the hellfire if he jumps over the shoulder and the necks of other worshippers to reach onward. So, dear students, in this hadith, good manners and etiquettes are described. Now, the explanation of the next hadith, and this is hadith number 14, and this is also about the prayer and about the way of offering the prayer and about the etiquettes of the prayer. The hadith is إذا أقيمت الصلاة فلا تأتوها تسعون وآتوها تمشون وعليكم السكينة فما أدركتم فصلوا وما فاتكم فأتموا. Translation of this hadith is when prayers are ready for being offered, do not run to join it, but walk in a accomplishment and dignified manner to join it. Offer the part of the prayer along with others, that which is in your access, and accomplish that which you have missed. Dear students, in this hadith it is described that it is told that when you are coming for the prayer, so come in a dignified way and in a proper way. Don't run, don't rush to catch the prayer. What rakaz or prayer you find after that and what you missed complete after the salam of the after the finishing of the imam. Explanation of this hadith is this saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam teach us the etiquette of saying congregational prayers, Jummah prayers. In the first place, we should try our best to reach mosque in time to join the initial takbir ula, the first takbir, for uttering congregational prayers. Supposing someone misses the initial takbir due to some constraint or he reaches mosque late when the prayers have already been started. We should not try to join the prayers in a hurry. Rather, he should maintain his dignity and self-possession. According to the etiquette of divine worship, he should walk decently to reach mosque. He should offer as many rakahs as are in his access along with the congregation, with the jama'ah, and should accomplish comfortably those he has missed. He should not rush to mosque to join the worshippers, as this act is not liked by Allah. To run for prayer is against the rules of etiquette set for the mosque and human dignity. Dear students, in this hadith, it is described, it is said to us that whenever you are coming for the prayer to a mosque, do not run. Don't rush to the mosque to catch the prayer. If you are late because of any reason, so whatever the prayer you find, offer that prayer with the imam, and whatever the prayer you miss, so complete that prayer after Imam finishes the prayer. Do not rush to the mosque. Come in a dignified manner and come in a proper way. When you run to the mosque or rush to the mosque, so this is against the etiquette of the against the good etiquette of the mosque and the prayer, and this is against the law of Allah wa ta'ala, and rushing to the mosque. Allah wa ta'ala does not like uh, uh, rushing into the mosque to catch a prayer, and this is also against the teaching of Islam, that one should not rush to the mosque. He should come in a decent way, in a dignified manner, to reach the mosque and to offer the prayer whatever he finds, and should accomplish or should complete whatever miss he misses. Dear student, this was the translation of and explanation of hadith number 14. Now this is the last hadith, hadith number 15, with translation and explanation. The hadith is من صام رمضان وقامه إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Dear students, this hadith is about the fasting in the month of Ramadan. The translation of this hadith is one who observed fast during the month of Ramadan and offered prayer in the night hours to bear witness that he is true to his faith, and for reward he will be forgiven for his former sins. Explanation. Fast is an important article of Islam. In the month of Ramadan, there prevails a particular atmosphere which develops a religious temperament, patience, and pity in men. This month, therefore, can be called the spring season of virtues. The Muslims are under obligation to fast during the month of Ramadan. Now, whoever observes fast in order to fulfill the requirements of his faith and hopes to get reward from Allah on the day of judgment, he will be forgiven for all of his sin. Dear students, In this hadith, we are told that everyone who observe fasting in the month of Ramadan and remain and offer the prayer in the nights. In the day, he observed fasting, and at night, he offered the prayers. So he is true to his faith, and Allah wa Ta'ala will forgive all his sin which he did earlier. Allah wa Ta'ala will forgive his former sins. So because of the Ramadan, Allah wa Ta'ala, and because of the offering praise at night, Allah wa Ta'ala will forgive all of the sins of the believers. So, dear students, this was the explanation of the hadith given in your reduced syllabus from hadith number 11 to hadith number 15. Similarly, we translated the ahadith from 11 to hadith number 20, and I given you a little bit of the explanation of the hadith, that what is hadith. Literally, hadith means what? So, literally, hadith means saying or narration, and in Islamic terminology, hadith means the tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, his sayings as well as his practices. So, dear students, I hope you will learn the hadith with the explanation. Similarly, hadith definition and the translation of the hadith, 10 hadith in your grade 10 course syllabus, from 11 to 20 with translation, and inshallah, similarly, you will learn the explanation of hadith number 11 to 15. So, dear students, inshallah, see you in the next lecture number 7. In that lecture, inshallah, I will discuss the next coming lessons. So, hope you will learn well. So, see you up to date. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.